Dr. Nawal Al-Hosany is the permanent representative of the UAE to the International Renewable Energy Agency. Previously, she was Executive Director of Sustainability at Masdar, the international renewable energy leader based here in Abu Dhabi. She's been director of the Zayed Future Energy Prize, now known as the Zayed Sustainability Prize, and she's on the advisory panel for the United Nations Momentum for Change Initiative. And you were one of the first 2 Emirati women to climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
I know, isn't that exciting?
You are a woman of many talents.
We tried.
All right, thank you for making time for us. Let's get started. What would the focus be of this year's IRENA Assembly?
Well, IRENA Assembly, first, it's so exciting to have it in person. The last time we had it in person was 2020, so everybody is just so excited and happy to be here. We have more than 1,800 registrations and more than 100 high-level and a minister that is attending in person here today, so it's fantastic. We're going to focus on basically driving towards COP28, and that has been the highlight of the forum, because as you know, being the host country of IRENA, we would like to leverage as much the knowledge and the experience that we have here within IRENA and within the network of IRENA and the membership of IRENA. So we are going to have the first plenary looking at the global stocktake, then we are going to look at many other elements that is going to be part of the COP debate. But just in general, we look into policy, we look into stakeholders engagement, so we will have a lot of panels that is looking at the private government partnership and the different stakeholders partnership. There is a very huge focus on youth, so we had a youth forum yesterday. There is also a clear understanding of the importance of gender and women role when it comes to renewable energy, and that's why yesterday there was an event on gender and solar energy, and we are going to launch also an initiative. When I say we, I mean the UAE and IRENA, launching together an initiative under the umbrella of Women in Diplomacy, looking at empowering lives and seeing how women can have a bigger role, not only in being an implementer of those policies, but actually a person who shapes and designs such policies.
Great. What would you say is the future of renewable energy and renewable energy technology in the UAE?
You know, the UAE has been a trailblazer when it comes to generally sustainability initiative, but renewable energy specifically. When we started, you mentioned my role with Masdar. And when we started Masdar back in 2006, there was nobody talking about renewables in the region. We moved very quickly from having very little renewables to now having 3 of the largest, the cheapest actually, solar power plants in the world. And that shows how much commitment the UAE has. So the leadership of the UAE has been extremely clear on our vision and pragmatic in our approach to implementing that vision. So, we are not only looked at it from a technology point of view, but also very importantly from a capacity building point of view. And that's why in 2006, when we launched Masdar Institute of Science and Technology, that's now became part of the mainstream and became part of the Khalifa University of Science and Technology. So the future is for renewables here in the UAE is extremely clear. We are looking into integrating it as going to be a major part of our energy mix. Our energy strategy 2050 looks at clean energy as 50% of our energy mix. We are also introducing programs related to sustainability and renewable energy into all our universities as part of our curriculum for the schools, and this is why it's very important to build capacity. We are looking at renewable solutions not only from electricity generation, but also from electrifying all our appliances. As you know, we have introduced a lot of policies for the solar roof programs. We are looking into sustainable transport, and it is a holistic and a very strategic approach to that within the whole of the UAE, and every emirate has its own targets as well when it comes to renewables.
So as we push that vision forward and outward from the UAE, how important do you think that international gatherings like this, especially face-to-face like this one finally is, how important do you think those gatherings are?
It's very, very important, and because, one of the things, let me tell you the story, and when we launched Masdar, one of the things that we launched at the same time was Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. At that time it was called the World Future Energy Summit, and the reason we launched this platform is we've realized when we were doing this as a fact-finding mission around to check where we are when it comes to renewables globally, we noticed that there is what the sector is lacking is a platform that connects the different stakeholders and the different basically players in the sector. So there isn't one platform that connects government with the private sector, with policymakers, with academia, with civic societies, and with the public. And this is why you would see that this is, when we launched Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week, as I mentioned, it was World Future Energy Summit, we were the first platform that connects all those players at the same place. And why it's important? Because we cannot do anything, globally. It's very difficult for us to do something alone. You need this partnership. You need to share knowledge. You need to understand what works in which countries and what didn't work, which is more important, why it did not work. And we all basically complement and work with each other towards, a unified vision. So when we launched this is something that we kept doing, which is having this platform for advocacy around the world. So we have here IRENA Assembly, which is under the umbrella of Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. Then we have the World Government Summit. We have many other platforms. We had the Expo, and now we are convening COP28 at Expo City, because we understand the power and the importance of partnership and working together, especially when we are united towards one target, which is clearly addressing climate change challenges.
Great. Thank you very much. I'm going to let you get on with it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.